Hello students, I am Jasmeet from Maa Kalyanika Public School, going to teach you Geography class 8 and chapter number 2, and the name of the chapter is Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources. Students, in last class I told you about the land. That was the first topic. What is land? Land is a natural resource. Somewhere it is satisfying our needs and it comes from nature, that's why it is natural resource. And what is the use of land? Land can be used for forestry, agriculture, building houses, etc. And what are the types of land? There are two types of land, privately held land and community held land. And this community held land is also known as common property resource. Now we studied changes occurring in land due to growing population and growing demand. And because of growing population and growing demand, there are many changes occurring, and that changes are land degradation, landslide, soil erosion, desertification, etc. And how we can conserve land, how conservation of land can be done. All these topics I already told you yesterday in last class. So how we can conserve land? By afforestation, land reclamation, by regulated use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers, and checks on overgrazing. These all are the methods for conservation of land. So all these topics we already studied. Now we will come on the topic soil. See students, now what is soil? Soil is thin layer of grainy substance. What is grainy substance? Grainy substance is hard substance, coarse or hard to touch substance which covers the upper surface of the earth, is known as soil. So what is soil? Soil is a thin layer of grainy substance. Grainy substance means coarse substance, hard to touch substance. That is grainy substance. Thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called the soil. And soil is made up of organic matter, minerals and weathered rocks. Now see, what is organic matter? Organic matter is composed of dead animals and plants. And what is minerals? All those natural substances present in the soil, that is coal, oil, all these things are examples of minerals. And what is weathered rocks? First, understand what is weathering. When these substances like rocks, minerals, soil, when these come with the contact with the water and atmosphere, they broke down. And when they broke down, that type of rock is known as weathered rocks. So, that rocks which formed through the process of weathering is called the weathered rocks. And what is this? Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals and weathered rocks. Now see the soil profile. What is soil profile? With the help of this picture you can understand what is soil profile. So the top layer of the soil is composed of humus and vegetation. Top layer of the soil is humus and vegetation, and the second layer of the soil, that is the subsoil, consists of sand, silt and clay, and the third layer consists of weathered rock materials, and the fourth layer and the last one is parent rock, composed of parent rock. Now what is parent rock? Parent rock is original rock. Through parent rocks only all other rocks are formed. Means this is the main rock, this is the original rock, and by this rock all types of other rocks or soils is formed. So this is soil profile, means there are some layers in the soil. For understanding the soil, we divided it in the layers. So what is the top soil? For understanding its top soil is composed of humus and vegetation, subsoil composed of sand, silt and clay, and the third layer consists of weathered rock material. I already told you weathered rock. And the last one is parent rock. Parent rock is original rock, that is the main rock through which all other soil and all other rocks are formed. nature of parent rock. This parent rock, nature of parent rock determines the color, texture, all these features of the soil. So firstly, the first factor that affect the soil formation is nature of parent rock. Climatic factors like temperature, rainfall, all these features also affect the formation of the soil. Topography means its altitude and slope determines the formation of the soil, and the role of organic material and the time taken for the formation of the soil determines the thickness of the soil, and flora, fauna and microorganisms present in the soil all affect the humus contained in the soil. So all these factors somewhere affect the formation of the soil. Like parent rock determines the color, texture and minerals availability in the soil. Second one is climatic factor, that is temperature, rainfall, humus, all these things also affect the formation of soil. And the third one is topography. Topography, I already told you in last class that topography means physical conditions of the earth. That means altitude, slope. If it is slopy, then soil got accumulated, so it also affects the formation of the soil. Now the role of organic material means presence of organic material, presence of dead animals and plants also affect the formation of the soil. And the time taken for the composition of the soil determines the thickness of the soil, and the flora, fauna and microorganism present in the soil affects the humus availability, humus quantity in the soil. So all these factors affect the formation of the soil. See students, what is degradation of soil? Degradation of soil means somewhere physically, biologically, chemically quality of the soil is decreasing day by day. That is known as degradation of soil. When physically, chemically and biologically the quality of the soil is decreasing, that thing is known as degradation of soil. Now why this is happening? This is happening because of soil erosion, because of depletion of the soil. Now what is soil erosion? When the soil, the displacement of the soil, displacement of the upper layer of the soil is known as soil erosion. Soil erosion. Displacement of the upper layer of the soil is known as soil erosion. Soil erosion is caused by water, wind, snow. When the fertility of the soil is not maintained, then that leads to depletion of the soil. When the fertility of the soil is not maintained, that leads to depletion of the soil. That will be known as depletion of soil. And soil erosion is when soil is displaced from its place, displaced, that displacement is known as soil erosion. And soil erosion and this depletion of soil, both are the major threats of soil. Now see what are the factors that leads to soil degradation. Deforestation is cutting of the forest. Cutting of forest is known as deforestation. Overgrazing is excessive intake by the animals from the farmlands, and the overuse of chemical pesticides and fertilizers means more than necessary using these chemical pesticides also leads to soil degradation. Overgrazing also leads to soil degradation, and deforestation also leads to soil degradation. Rain wash, landslides, floods, all these are the factors which leads to soil degradation. And what is soil degradation? Soil decrease in the quality of soil day by day due to all these factors is known as soil degradation. Students, now I will tell you about the methods of soil conservation. We studied the degradation of soil, factors that lead to degradation. Now the methods of soil conservation means how to conserve the soil. There are some methods available for conserving our soil, and that are mulching, contour barriers, rock dam, terrace farming, intercropping, contour plowing, shelter beds. These are the methods by which we can conserve our soil. So what are these methods? What is mulching? Mulching means covering the bare ground between the plants with the organic matter. What is bare ground? Bare ground is that where there is no vegetation. Bare ground is that where there is no vegetation. In that bare ground between the plants, one bare ground is there, in that bare ground, cover that bare ground with the organic matter that will retain the soil moisture. And this is the method of soil conservation. Means by mulching, you have to put one layer of organic matter in the bare ground which is available in between the plants, and that retain the soil moisture. Now the second method is contour barriers. What is contour barriers? Contour means outer surface of anything. So contour barrier means making boundaries with the rocks and soils. Making boundaries with the rocks and soils so that soil erosion can be prevented, water can be retained. And the third method is rock dam. What is rock dam? Means piling the rock, heaping up rock in between the fields that will slow down the flow of the water. And this is also one of the methods by which we can conserve our soil. Means piling up the rocks in the fields so that water flow can be controlled. And the next method is terrace farming. This type of farming is done in the hilly areas. In steep slopes, terraces or flat steps are made so that soil erosion and excessive flow of water can be controlled. And that type of practice is known as terrace farming, and this is also one of the methods by which we can conserve our soil. Next one is intercropping. What is intercropping? Different crops grown on alternate rows. Means in one row there should be different crop, in another row there should be different crop. This is the method by which we can conserve our soil. We can conserve the fertility of our soil. So this is also one of the method of soil conservation. Next is contour plowing. Contour plowing is what? Plowing parallel to contours. The plowing parallel to contours means contour plowing is what? There is not only one contour which covers the whole field, but there are many contours in between the fields, and plowing in parallel to that contours is known as contour plowing. And shelter beds. What is shelter beds? In coastal areas and in dry regions, rows of the trees are planted to check the wind movement. Means what is coastal areas? Coastal areas are that part which are between the land and the ocean. The land and the area between the land and the ocean is coastal region and the dry region. In these regions, rows of trees are planted to prevent the movement of the wind, and that is known as shelter beds, and that is also one of the method of soil conservation. So these all are the methods of soil conservation. Thank you. That's all for the today's lecture.